Is this running again? All right. I don't know what happened. All right, like I was saying, I'm working on this remote CDI box, which will work with, it's a 12 volt CDI, so you don't have to rely on a signal from the stator. So it'll pretty much work on any single cylinder quad or dirt bike that has a pulse signal for the CDI. I think it's usually around 60 volts AC. I don't think it's that particular. Or is that? No, never mind that. On an AC CDI, it's around 60 volts to power the CDI. This DC. I'm starting out real good here, aren't I? Now let's see. So I'm going to have to take, I'm putting this internal battery box, which will fit right in here once I move everything around. And I can fold the wires over here. I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know how long this phone will run, but I had it made for an external jumper pack that I made leads for. Let's see if I got that handy. Hold on. It don't appear to be. Oh, actually, it's right here in front of my face. I don't know if you've seen these, but these are awesome little things. I don't know how that got a burn on it, but it is a little 12 volt jumper pack. It has USB outs, charging port, and it takes jumpers, which I have right here. Jumpers, I keep going out of frame, just yell, okay? Go inside of it, and you can actually jump. I've jumped, I don't know if it's when I get too close, the camera locks up. I don't know, frame rate. But I originally made this box to use that jumper port. And the connectors are just splice connectors that I spread the inside out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not, but so that it would fit. And you can check the battery. But this is nice and all, but Harvey used these little 8 AA battery packs that fit pretty much perfect in these little housings. I can't remember the measurements on this housing, but oh well. Yeah, here we go. I think it is roughly, or exactly, hair over about 6 1/4 inches long by 3 1/2 inches wide, and with the top and all, it's about 2 1/4 inches tall, or 2 1/2. The little coils fit right inside on these, which is really cool. Coil, CDI box, everything. So what I'm going to be doing here, I was going to leave these wires. I also have a off-on switch. Oh, well, that worked real well, didn't it? I'm going to be removing the wires for the external pack. I was thinking about just hooking them on, but with this end coming off, I don't know how well I can trust this. And blue plastics are a pain to get off. Okay, well, back to the video. I'm going to be removing the ground. So here, I could have just left it on. I don't know. All right, just bear with me here. This may be the best or the worst video you've ever seen. Probably the worst. All right. Pretty simple. Everybody thinks of CDI, capacitive discharge ignition modules, as these weird magical boxes with thousands of wires. It only needs a couple things. Everything needs a good ground, so you got a ground. On this, the Chinese just happen to like using green for ground. So here we go. Instead of waiting for my soldering iron to heat up, I picked up a nice little soldering gun off of Facebook. Real old soldering gun, I mean. I had a real old Weller where this is, not sure what kind of plastic. Looks like it's got some grain. It may be fiberglass reinforced, but the old ones were the heavy Bakelite. Got a little bit of a sniffles here. They just never seem to go away. I try to work in the camera here, but seems like this is slowly dropping down. Nope. That obviously ain't gonna work. Not much room there. Just slide a piece of plastic or something in there. Tell me if this gets in the way. Oh, there, it's a little better. All right, let's plug this way in. One thing I love about these, they work very, very quick. Here I'm gonna dip it in a little rosin paste. And hey Rick, how about tinning the end? You think that would help? Yeah, maybe it would. Am I in frame? When it starts rolling all over the place, it's tinned enough. Now I was hoping just to get the one wire out, but it looks like all the grounds are gonna come. Now, there is an even easier way. Let's pretend that I got a clue. I'm just gonna clip that off. Not with these cheap ones, am I? And just pull that off. And where's my 9-volt battery pack? There we go. This is one of them little cheapo. Used to be able to get them in a bag of them at Radio Shack for like $10 or something like that. But now they're you pretty much got to get them from China on eBay. So let's strip. Wow, even the smallest one, it's too big. Strip the ends. And might as well take that off. I'll just tape this up. If you want me to wake you when I'm done, I'll hit a siren. Real cute. Yeah, I can believe the long wire I clipped off. That's the one I wanted to clip off. I want to keep the long ground with the alligator clip on the end in there. So let's trim that back. I'll tin the wires. Why not? Oh, there you go. This is so much better than waiting 10 minutes for the iron to heat up. Let's tin this battery wire too. Oh, Rick, you have too much coffee today. There we go. All right. Now, the most important part. A break for a vape. This is really nice. It's a flavor called Beard 32. It's like a muffin is doing. You know what? Let's tin that a little better. Alrighty then. Probably should move that spark plug wire out of the way so I don't start welding on that. Let's pop this. You know what? That's good. I can always put another tie wrap on there. We got room to work. Alright, I noticed there is a lot of grounds in this unit. And it's always good to have grounds. If you're not sure, add another ground. And now this is kind of a glob right here, but I don't care. Right now, I don't care. Now, except there ain't any big current in here. All right, is that still high? Incredible, I'm still in frame. Now this is going to be a fun part. Cut that wire wrap off of that positive wire. Or heat shrink, whatever you call it. I know it's called heat shrink. Let's see, is that... Oh, yeah. Forgot I'd put a slip-on connector. Well, this is going to be soldered in, so... If there's a hole in it, yes. I'm going to put it... Alright, where's the wire? At the moment, I was more interested in getting the hole that had solder over it opened up. So now, Yeah, that worked real well, didn't it? Another classic case. And wait till the solder cools down before you remove it. And try to remember where you did with all the screws. All right, let's see if I have a piece of heat shrink that I can just put down the big large one over that big glob. Whoa, I do have glasses on. All right, let's see, where's all my heat shrink? Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's not big enough. Where is the rest? Well, no heat shrink. Got good old gooey, gloppy electrical tape. Always works. And here we got some fancy colors. This one is a probably cheap Chinese yellow. Once. Keep pulling it tight as I do it. I've used this yellow on a lot of stuff and it seems to hold pretty good. There we go. Let's get the CDI unit. How much space do I need for this? Nice. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure everybody's seen a 9-volt battery. They have one little nubby and they have, let's see if we're actually gonna talk about tight. Yeah. Nice. At some point I'm gonna pot in, why didn't you tell me I was rolling off the screen here? That's pretty much it. These are very simple to wire. You can go on pretty much Google and just Google Chinese pit bike wiring or Chinese ATV wiring and see the basic wiring. It's everybody looks at it, well, not everybody obviously, but a lot of people look at it and it's like, whew, no, I ain't messing with that, which is good. We can usually get the Chinese ones for a dime a dozen. Now I did want to Velcro this in. What I may do is put some Velcro in the top. If you see, this is O-ring sealed the case to make it waterproof, yet you can probably see the hole through there, the hole through the side, and the hole be plugged up. I was planning on experimenting. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos with what is it, baking soda and super glue, making patch. Videos I've seen were really impressive. Now I know I picked up some. It's in this hoard somewheres. I'll probably save that for another minute. I may have bored you enough. I know you guys want to see this in action. And you know what? I think we can do that. I got a couple little, I'm going to put it together first. Sure you are, Rick. You and what army? All right, here it looks like, you know, this has little plates inside for mounting, I guess, breadboards. On these you can clip them out if you need space, which apparently right now I do, because it wouldn't shut all the way. Is there another one I gotta take out of here? Oh no, there you go. Starting to go off frame again, aren't I? Let's see. Now those are brand new batteries. I still want a battery tester, but I got like, my son keeps picking them up and we got like 1,000 of them. So this is pretty basically it. You got the coil wire coming out, the wire that picks up the pulse. This phone keeps locking up. And since the battery, this is a self-contained unit, just got a couple grounds. One the closest ground, and I always like to go to the frame or right to the engine. So, let's see what we can do here. I'll get the jumper pack. I don't know how to pause this without ruining it and having to start over. My second and third video, I thought I was pausing it and it actually just stopped. Now once I figure out some kind of editing software for uploading to YouTube, combining, I may just be able to use the old Windows we'll see. But if this stops, then I will start it over again. Well, not over at the beginning, but over where we left off. So bear with me a second. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into this one. That ain't going to work. And I can't get to the wires on the one without pulling the body off. And the other one, the wires are all gobbledygook together. In the process of rewiring it, I'll video that too. Now, if you all want me just to shut up and record, or might make you feel better. All right, guys, have a good one. And this is this, that, and the other. Bye.